Hello and welcome to another episode of Tech Condo. My name is Petra. Let me increase the volume a little bit. Great of you to be here and live and direct here to stay for sure. Let me check a little bit some settings because I did have some issues moving forward today, but it seems to be going quite well. Welcome. So now this is not the way that I typically do this. However, because of some issues of later this morning, I am going to actually check if I'm live and everything is fine. Let me check a little bit. Yes, everything is absolutely fantastic. Whew. Wow. So yes, so we have to talk a little bit about the 2,000 subscriber party. Thank you so much. Indeed, it is a 2,000 subscriber party, and we will definitely be talking about it together. I am in the moment, to be honest, still starting things up. I did need to do something last minute, which was a bit of a bummer, but it is the way it goes, which means that I do need to log on to the system still. So that's also the reason why I was a little bit on the later side of things. So let me see. It looks like it's going to go well today. All right, perfect. Okay. Once I have this one, I can just hit this one, and then I am good to go. Whew. 2,000 subscribers, 256 videos, and still I am sometimes struggling with getting everything organized, but that is the way it goes. I see Mark is in the house. I see Mark is in the house. Go. Why aren't you showing up? Hey, that's not fun. Where is it? Interesting. Let me check this very quickly. That's not working. Interesting. Okay, well, okay, so still some issues with the lower thirds today. Not sure why, because this should work. Let me quickly do this. That is correct. And then let's just put it right here. And then let's see it one more time. Boom! There you go. Mark says, congratulations, but then in Dutch, really appreciate it. And as KMT, sorry, says, congratulations with your 2,000 subscribers. Excellent. Thank you so much. A very long name, L, says, congrats, Petra. Whoops. Thank you so much. Please let me know who you are, because only talking about L does not make sense to me. It's a bit of an awkward thing. I also see Raoul in the house. Welcome. He says, oh, hello. I appreciate that. Gerard is on the house all the way from, where is it? Gerard is in the house all the way from Germany, right there. And let me see. Shane and Hannah Holland are also saying, hey, what's up? How are you? Fantastic. It looks like we're already starting up. Again, sorry for this little bit awkward thingy. So, as you might know, my computer just died on me about a week ago. And ever since, I am struggling a little bit with the new setup. So I want to do a few things. I want to talk about, of course, the 2,000 subscribers thing. I want to talk about something cool for you guys, I think, which I have in store for you. Actually, I had some other content today that I wanted to work on today with you guys. However, due to some other limitations, I cannot do that yet. However, it is prepared, and that means that the ATEM video content will be coming back very, very soon, next week. I have something here there that you can see. Now, you might hear some fan noise. That is not my laptop. That is quite quiet, to be honest, but it's actually something else that is right there. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about what happened last week. So I think that I'm going to start with the 2,000 subscriber party, because that is obviously the one that I am most stoked about. The L is for Lisa. So welcome that you are here. Let's fix the button. Yes, indeed. All right. So yeah, so we had some issues, but that is the way that it goes. So let me take you first, before we start. Today I have a giveaway for you guys. That's right. Today I have a giveaway for you, specifically because of the 2,000 subscriber one. And in order to show you a little bit around, I need to, based on one, I have only one screen at the moment on my laptop, so I will have to go to my screen, and from there on I will go to my browser, and that is right here. Oh, that's where you guys are, and you guys might already know what NX 3D is. They are, of course, the the manufacturers of the Aaron Parecki's PK1 cases for the YOLO box, for the ATEM Mini, etc., etc. As you might know, I have a lot of different products by them. They are, in my opinion, really good at 3D printing. And if you go to their shop, you will see that they have a plethora of different products that they have. So for example, PK1 is now available in blue, in Taekwondo purple, in teal by PK1, orange, of course, all kinds of different colors, black, white, for your ATEM Mini, for your ATEM Extreme, for your ATEM Mini Pro, the YOLO Box Pro, the YOLO Box Mini, but also the Raspberry Pis and all kind of additional products that they have here as well. Like, for example, a Terra PI, set right here, for example. If you really are into this kind of product, then this is something that you can have a look at. So for example, this is another side of this box. So as you can see, they have a lot to sell, and that also means that we will also be talking about that. So that is NX 3D, and I have partners with them, and for the 2,000 subscribers party, which will be as long as it's possible, it's up to you, I have a giveaway. And that giveaway is a coupon code for €100 or dollars to spend at their store, no matter what you like. If it's the Aaron Parecki's A10 Mini, the A10 Mini Extreme, A10 Mini Pro case, the YOLObox Pro, the YOLObox Pro cage, the YOLObox Mini, whatever you want, you will get a store credit of $100 to basically use it. And the way that I will do that is that I will show you a QR code, and this is just a temporary thing just to show you what it will look like. If you will use this code, it will not show up at the moment as the correct thing, I can tell you that. But this is indeed not the code, as you can see. But there will be in this video a short while, because I want to stretch it a little bit. However, if you guys are very fast today, well, maybe you will find it and you will then use it as a way to show it. So that would be really, really cool. I will make sure that it's now activated, so it will be coming shortly. So $100 in store credit. Let me see what are the Eric is in the house. He is saying 2,000 subscribers and a giveaway too. Yes, indeed. And Eric says NX 3D makes more items than I realized. Yes, they do. And well, I wanted to give you something that maybe is something that you like. So go ahead and check it out. Well, if nobody will get it today, the item code is available. I believe that they told me at least the coming 2 months or so, maybe even to the end of the year. So you have some time yet. And if not today, then I will be using it every single week until somebody gets it. So don't worry about it. Neil says, congrats. Can we look forward to, for you wearing a fancy jacket at 3K? Well, yes, why not? Right? Yes, let's do that. So indeed, but help me remind me, because sometimes I forget, and especially if it takes multiple months. But I would definitely, I will be up for that. I would love to do that. Yes. It is a different channel, but I would definitely do that, even though, but hey, a jacket is okay, right? I can also make it like smoke and that kind of stuff here, but that's not a good idea. No, let's not do that. All right. So that is the first part that I wanted you to talk about. The second part that I want to talk about is what happened last week. So again, I wanted actually to do a different show, but I want to make it like a Q&A show, but also something that I've learned. As you might know, I now work on a computer which is just basically a laptop. The laptop is a Lenovo ThinkPad with an i7 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, about 256 gigabytes of hard drive. So it's not a big one, but it's very easy to extend. I've seen some videos, so I'm not worried about that. But last Sunday was hell on earth for me. Really, really bad. And what happened was that I actually streamed the church service like I do every single week, normally always on a desktop PC. However, this time around, I've chosen to use my laptop because basically the PC did not work anymore. Now, the Taekwondo show actually went quite well the day before, so I was not expecting issues at that particular time. But there were some issues, obviously. And the issues were, and it's very difficult to mimic it. But basically, it was like that. So there were a lot of in between frames that were dropped, but also that the audio was stuttering, and it was really a bad situation for them at home, which is a bit of a bummer. And so what I did was actually I tried to do my best to get that working on the laptop. However, I could not get it to work. There were 3 reasons why it did not work. But okay. So there are 3 reasons why it didn't work. But in order to give myself some time, I still have my trustworthy test computer right here, which is a Windows desktop that now for some reason is also shut down. But there it is. So this Windows computer is a backup plan to everything that I do. So this was ready to go, and I could easily just switch to this computer right there. However, it is a backup, so it's not perfect, right? Anyway, I had a stop of the show, the church service for about 2 minutes to get things rerouted, and everything was good, okay again. And that was basically everything that I needed to do to get the show running. In the meantime, I was working on this laptop, and the 3 things that were wrong was it's a laptop and it has multiple modes. It has a mode for low power, it has a mode for normal use, and one for performance. Now, obviously, if you're streaming, you need to go to performance, right? Right. So it does come with a keyboard shortcut. It's actually function code plus a Q, and then you flip through it, and then it goes from power saving mode to normal to performance. And now I actually see that I'm actually on performance at the moment. So it should be good on your end from that perspective. So that was the first issue that I had. That was just me not knowing how the laptop was working. The second issue that was having was that the network connector that I had in it was not functioning properly. Basically, it was also a little bit my own problem because I extended a Cat 6 cable, and you're very technical guys, so you can imagine that if you extend your Ethernet port, then you need to have a very good connection, otherwise it will not work. Well, what happened was that occasionally that was hampering, and it will automatically default to the Wi-Fi that I have right here. But to the wrong one, not the 5G one that I also have, but to the 2G one. So out of a sudden, it had really a bad network connection. And why is that so important? Well, everything in my studio is actually NDI based. So you can imagine that if you have an NDI based workflow and your network is not working perfectly, then you have an issue, right? So so now I actually have a new cable. And believe it or not, it is actually a red cable. This one right here. That cable is now connected to the laptop, and it should now be working perfectly for you guys. The third one is actually the one that was really the worst issue that I had, and that was related to McAfee. That's right, just plain virus scanners, vMix, and actually basically all kinds of different laptops or desktops or whatever, and you want to have streaming software on it, and it can be vMix, can be OBS, can be Wirecast, can be Livestream Studio, doesn't matter. But the thing that hurts the most is a good fire scanner. Because a good fire scanner will also try to inspect all packages that are coming in or getting out. That didn't work out well, so I actually removed the whole McAfee. Everything is off of the laptop now, and it should now be working perfectly. So those 3 steps all needed to be done last Sunday morning in roughly 15 minutes. And after that, I could switch back to the laptop and I could actually use it. later in the week, I actually did a stress test, and that stress test was also very well. So I think that I have everything done. So wow. So let's check if in the meantime if there are some comments. Mark says no worries. We will definitely remind you about wearing some kind of party clothes. Yep. Please. Eric says, noted, watch the performance modes on laptops. Yes, definitely. And here you go. Performance mode, network cable, McAfee, antivirus. Yeah, it's all three together. Boom! Everything was a big mistake. And Aaron is also in the house. Hi and congrats. And for some reason your picture is not working, but we'll figure that out at a later stage. That's okay. Anyway, so as you can see, we're trying to make everything working. So that was the first thing that got me working last Sunday for a long time, and actually also today, because I did run those stress tests to see if everything was working perfectly today, and I think I have everything done at the moment. Now, you still hear a lot of fan noise, and that is because I was also working on something else that I wanted to show you today, but that took too much time to really use for today's show. And of course, I also got 2,000 subscribers, and I thought that would be more cool. So then I would just tell you that the following is a, well, let's say, sneak peek of what will be coming to you guys very, very soon. And that is this. That's right. I actually have again a new setup for my on-location video streaming gear, and as you can see, it is at the moment not a 8U rack, but a 4U rack, and the 4U rack has a ATEM Constellation 2ME switcher. Then it has a Ultra Studio, a Hyperdeck, a web presenter, and 3 SDI to HDMI converters, because I need to have 1, 2, and 3 screens, one for the multi-view, one for another multi-view, and the third one for the web presenter. So so that together with this laptop, which is the HP Omen, which is definitely one that I'm still having in use, that combination will be used for on-location work, but also it's also prepared for demoing purposes. So, for example, all of the technical screens, like for example the web presenter output, the multi-views, are also inputs in the switcher, so that I can utilize the outputs to route something to maybe the studio or somewhere else, so that I can actually show you how it's working. So everything should be now working and perfectly working for you guys. But did you see that screen? That screen is like amazing. How much buttons it's so unbelievably a lot of different buttons that you have at your disposal. I mean, 4 rows of 20 buttons at your disposal to work with. That is amazingly great. So I am really stoked about that. But indeed, that those 4 U's are actually really also handy, due to the fact that with 4 U's I can actually, grab it and walk with it myself. The problem with the 8U rack that I also own, and you guys have seen, I've tried it a couple of times, but it's just plainly not possible. I am not the most powerful person in the world. It's a lot of serious weight, and this rack has a minimum set of functionality that at least makes it possible to start a stream very easily. And of course, it will not be only this one. There will be a second a second For You rec coming your way very, very soon. So what can you expect? So of course, with the 2ME switcher, you can expect that I will be talking about the whole interface again, but also how you can use, for example, the Stinger, because I got the Stinger transition added. But it's very difficult to show you, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So I have to walk there to show and look at, well, I have to show it like this. Look at this area right here on your screen in the big size right there where I have the mouse. Look at that area, if you will. Then that should be working for you, and you will see that there is a Stinger transition. Oh. Oops. It seems that it didn't save it for some reason. Let me reconnect that. I thought that I added that. Oh. Anyway, oops. Okay, so one thing that I've learned today is that if you add that Stinger transition, you have to be very careful in the sequence that you've added. So I wanted to show you that. But I also wanted to show you how easy it is to use it. But for some reason, it did not record it. But I also don't want to spend too much time on that for now. But I will be talking about how I did that string transition in a future episode. I will also talk about how how you can use, for example, the Virtual Studio to also use that for lower thirds and that kind of stuff. Basically, I will do a lot of functionality, and I think that I'm gonna do a few really long streams, really from the starting point of the very low level all the way to very detailed level, and I think that that's something that people really would like to see. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. The fly case, yes, I do not have a hover bike, but I do want to have something that is more easily to transport, because HU is really too much. Indeed, so much buttons. I use the Blackmagic software, 15-inch P50 Lenovo laptop. Otherwise, it's been too small to watch and operate. Yes. No, indeed, there was no Midi Pool. I will, if you guys give me some time, I will put it in there because I do think it was really cool. Keep in mind, the 2ME will not store the Midi Pool on a shutdown. Okay, well, I did not know that. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's do this. I will quickly add it because I want to show it to you. And I will talk about how I did it. It will take some time, but the audio will not be perfect. Sorry for that. But you will see me working quite fast on it. It's not going to take... It will not take minutes to prepare it. It will take some minutes to load, but that can be done afterwards. So I will show you this screen, and we'll do it as quickly as I can. So now I am not going to start with the lowest number. I'm just going to start with the highest number. And then I'm going to go here to the media pool, go there and grab it. Boom. Okay, so what I've done was that I've taken the highest number of the frames and went back to the lowest number of the frames with selecting it, because if I just pick and choose select it and something is highlighted in between, it will start the transition with the middle one, which was quite an annoyance earlier today. But it was quite a challenge to figure out how to have the PNG transition converted to something that the ATEM actually natively understands, which is TGA or Targa. Hey Kermit, hey guy. Okay, so that was a bit of a problem. So actually what I ended up doing is that I went to a website, and there they could transfer it from PNG, transparent PNG, to TGA for free, but there was a limit of 60 frames per hour. So actually, what I ended up doing was to add it to first do the first half, and then an hour later the second half. And it seems that now it should be there. So if you look here, you will see that I actually have that now connected, which is excellent. And now I will be going here. And now again, look at that screen. There you go. That was what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, but the cool part is that it's now as part of the unit. But now I have learned that for some reason it does not keep it when you're shutting it down. So that is a bit of a bummer, because I was hoping that, like it also, the ATEM Mini, for example, stores the images after a restart. If you save it as a startup sequence or a startup, how is it called? Yeah, startup state. So if you have a startup state, then it will automatically also load those files into the buffer. Now, of course, I can imagine that a filler buffer with multiple stills is a bit bigger, so it might be that that's the reason, but that's a little bit of a bummer, because that's a little bit beside the point. So, which is not a problem, because like I already said, is that here, all right, this one right here is actually a Hyperdeck, an old Hyperdeck. So that means that it does allow for key and fill, and that is exactly what I've done. So I have actually added key and fill to both the Ultra Studio and also the Hyperdeck Mini, so that I am able to show also the Stinger transitions, and then go into, for example, a super source, which is also available, of course, on the 2ME. So that is really cool. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Neil says, thanks, what are you getting from Linux? Well, I got a really nice code for you guys, so that's something, right? So the code is already done. It's already given today. So I don't know if somebody already is getting it, but it is already given. There it is. Yeah, media is in the pool, definitely. Yeah, that is awesome. It is really awesome. So I really want to check if you guys are, if it's really the case that it doesn't keep it. So that's something that we'll be working out today. What I want to do next week is that I want to again talk about stingers and maybe make a few ourselves live, so that and of course we're going to do that, for example, in DaVinci Resolve, so that everybody can do that, maybe with Fusion, so that you guys have something that you can work with. So maybe I did that before, but I now want, because now I really have a nice setup that's actually usable, I want to really go into depth in that part right there. Raul says, I got the code, I got the code, I got the code. All right. Well, you of course, Raul, you also need to buy something with the code, right? The first one who buys the code is the person who so you have to I will buy the Pro Streamer AX and PK1 Pro Streamer AM. Well, you know, go ahead if you have it. Go ahead and do it, but be quick, because maybe somebody else is before you or after you or whatever. So be as quick as you can. MT says, I think it's a good idea to use the Hyperdeck for those transition clips. Maybe also to store the media pool. I don't think that is possible because it's TGA, MT. But I will definitely be able. The Hyperdeck that I added in my rack is literally for two reasons. A, it is for transitions. And it can be used as a recording device. However, to be honest, in my opinion, I will most likely not use it as a recording device, because I'd rather just hook up my A10 Mini Extreme and just do it on that system. So it's just a matter of what I think. GoWeb Technology says, namaste and congratulations. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to everybody for being here, and really appreciate that. Also really appreciate you guys for being part of the community. 2,000 subscribers. That happened today. It literally is today. And I think, well, I'm a little bit worried that it becomes 1990 or something today, because sometimes people have the tendency to go sometimes. But this was this morning, and I'm going to check it right now. Oh, sorry. You might have... yeah, well... 2001. There you go. So thank you so much for 2001. And also thank you, Raul. If you have the code and you can use it today, then I think that you have something really awesome to work with. So I'm really happy for you. And if not, one more thing, very important. I've asked the guys of NX 3D to do everything to make sure that it will be sent to you, etc., etc. But I will not know your address. I don't want to know that. The only thing that I ask them to provide me is the name of the person that actually won the code and actually used the code, because then I know that it's all done and dusted, and I can actually really congratulate that person who won. But I will not know your address at all. I don't want to know. It's just an FYI for you guys. Roy says, congratulations, you earned it. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Roy. Keith says, I'm a huge Hyperdeck fan, like I am as well. I actually own 3 of them now. So I own the old one, which is the small mini unit. Still using that for today. Still going strong, but limited to mostly playing videos. Then I've got the shuttle, which I'm actually really liking, to be honest. That's a really nice setup together with the A10 Mini Extreme. And I've got the one that is right here, which I'm not using today for some reason. So I will definitely need to have a use case for that one right there. What? You're not a subscriber? What? You are a subscriber, MZ. Come on. Done. I love it. Oh, I see that the name is not going well. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see that something is fishy with my lower thirds today. Sorry for that. I now see that. Anyway. I just in, somebody used the coupon. So Thanks a lot. Just in from NX3D, they just mentioned that somebody used a coupon, which is fantastic. Keith says, not MT, but Keith says, hi, I have the Midi and Studio HD and Shuttle HD. So basically the same setup as I have, almost. Yeah, so again, I wanted to do something else today. So, but yeah, the 2,000 subscribers thing was so amazingly cool. I wanted to do that today. We don't want to wait. I also didn't want to wait to show you that a lot is coming on the ATEM World of Things again. I finally have the 2ME in a rack, usable and also available for me to be on location, which is really cool. I told you a little bit about earlier today about the laptop experience, which was not perfect to say the least, but at least now it's really good again, and I'm really happy that it's good again. And I'm really looking forward to the coming months. So we definitely will talk a lot again about the ATEM that will be part of the show much more again. I will also be talking about vMix 26 as soon as I get my hands on it. Of course, still a vMix user here, and I will also talk about other things like audio and maybe some PTZ cameras coming my way. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to keep it short today, if that's okay with you guys. But next week, we'll be back with a very good show, I hope. And I hope to see you next. And whoever got it, thank you so much for your support. And it's really my pleasure to give you this nice present together with the guys at NX3D. All right, so hey, there you go. NX is also in the house. Yeah, let me fix that. I don't like that. What happened here? So for some reason the name is not passing through correctly. Now that might be my mistake, but typically let me see. That one goes there. That sounds good. Then how was that? That was that. Oops. Should be okay. Oh wait, here. Edit field mapping. From name, from source, from picture. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, of course. Well, let me see if this is working. There you go. Finally, it works. All right. So indeed, thank you so much, NX3D. Indeed, they are here. And indeed, congrats to the winner. Absolutely. Congrats again. Raul, you are the one, right? You are the one that got it, right? Let's go for 10K. That's awesome. And Raul, if you are the winner, then it's really appreciated. And thanks a lot. And if Raul is the one that has actually won it, then let's give him some hands, because that is really great. There you go. Mark is already giving a beer. Absolutely fantastic. And anyway, that's it. That's it for today. I hope that you liked it. It was a little bit of an improvised show, as you have probably recognized today. A little bit also late to the game, but let me tell you that it was really cool to be here nevertheless. And like I said, most likely that next week will become a normal show again with a lot of content. So I really hope to see you as soon as possible again next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Have also a great week with your friends, colleagues, etc. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.